Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Victoria 3 for my greatest pain and suffering thus far. I present to you all the merger of three mods: Tech&Res, Better Politics, and Economics and Finance. For those of you who don't really know what that means, understandable. Most of these mods should probably not be played by you, or the average person. I, however, am a little too much of an economics nerd for my own good and enjoy making myself suffer. So, just as a quick rundown, Tech and Res will mostly overhaul our technology, giving us all the way up to modern technologies, as well as modern resources such as common ores, bauxite, uranium, copper, and they'll be advanced in rare earths as well, and natural gas, and a whole pile of other things, but I'm not actually sure where I can find those right now. But that's fine. And, well, Better Politics overhauls the political system. Instead of the classic 8 interest groups, we currently have these interest groups, these 6. I don't know if there's more. Which will eventually give way into ideologies. So eventually we'll have, like, the liberal reformers, the socialist reformers, the socialist revolutionaries, and, you know, that. As, I'm not really sure what causes that to occur. I'm going to be honest here. It's always tough. There's a whole new system, and we'll be interacting with that as we go. And finally, we have the Economics and Finance mod, which makes me want to cry. Tears of joy, but still crying, as we will have to deal with trade balances and the strength of our currency. First, I'll have to invent currency, though. Lord knows what the hell we use right now, but we don't have one. That will not be for a while. Oh boy, where do I even get started? So, I think my first hack is just going to be the stock exchange. I will likely need currency standard to actually invent currency. Then I need to invent the gold standard here, or the silver standard, the metallique. So we'll start with these two techs. Stock exchange still gives the 10% MAPI, which is very helpful. Then maybe we'll invent academia so people can actually learn. And I don't know. I'm a little less worried about trying to rush for railroads because we have a lot more techs that I need in order to get to railroads, so that doesn't work so well these days. And we'll see how that goes. I also definitely want to rush towards Tier 2 Society, because in Tech and Res there's the tourism tech, which gives you a bump in tech spread, which helps out. Quite a fair bit, honestly. Alright. So, for my opening diplomacy, I think I know what I need to do. I need to become friends with Britain. Britain. Okay, we need to become friends with Britain as quickly as possible. I'm going to look to conquer Sind very quickly. And I'm going to try and side with Britain in the Opium War for nothing. Just so they'll like me enough that I can maybe get some sort of treaty in, is my current plan. Wow, yeah, we've got consumption taxes. I'll remove those, see where we land. I still haven't even, thrown out any decrees yet. So, alright. Road maintenance. I'm not too worried about running a deficit. I know we have a massive army. So, I'll avoid that for now. We'll also throw down enlistment efforts, I guess, or no. Let's maybe have a look over our consumption taxes, what they cost, what we can actually do with that. The answer is not a whole lot. Yeah, I mean, tobacco's okay. Oh, we can put down a consumption tax on bonds? Goddamn. That will make sense later when we actually have bonds. And apparently 1,000 authority to do something crazy like that. That actually might be a good consumption tax. I'll consider it. Yeah, we'll start with that. We also have the Punjab Hills. So, let me maybe throw down some decrees there as well. I'm going to start with the encourage agriculture industry. Even though I don't actually really want the agricultural industry to be encouraged, But the vast majority of our people just are peasants. So by doing this, I'm putting, 20% more output of peasants, which sizes up the economy nicely. Gives us a little extra to work with. My first building is going to be an iron ore and a common ore mine. So that way, hopefully, our tooling workshops don't just suffer. Yeah, tooling workshops on iron. We don't actually have bronze tools. We don't have alloy working tech, so we can't use that. But that's fine. Alright. No ownership. Yeah, we don't have anything yet for the economics mod, which is fine. Alright. And I guess away we go. We do have the Sikh sovereignty still to deal with. Whoa. Come on. There we go. Sorry. That's just the cabinet being created, which now I can go into the screen. All we have right now is economic affairs. All good options. So, as part of the Better Politics mod, I now get to, for every institution, appoint a minister from one of the groups. I'm actually not going to appoint anyone. I'm instead going to try and pass a law. Because we are the Sikhs and we have a little bit different of a breakdown of our interests than the average nation, our aristocrats are not the strongest group. Well, they are, but they aren't like towering absolute. So the good news is our bureaucratic and military interests that also kind of rival them are in favor of trying to actually centralize the government. We're currently on patchwork governance, which is basically garbage governance. It gives us many such delightful things as minus 20% MAPI. Plus 10 target political rigidity. I haven't even started talking about political rigidity yet. Either way, we're moving on to unitary since they'll back me on that. It's good enough for now. At least I hope it is. Yeah, because I think with that and everything else, what is my actual MAPI in this state, Hold on. Yeah, a staggering 45%. Dear God. Now, to be fair, unitary also does give the minus 20% MAPI. But importantly, it enables the regional whatever thing? Yeah, regional administration. Which each level of gives us plus 5% MAPI. Which is mighty handy. In fact, actually, if we reach level 5 regional administration, you might be able to guess that we will get 25% MAPI. There's actually theoretically up to 6 levels, but we'll touch on that later. But yeah, we're going to try for that as quickly as I can. Yeah. And so in order to pass things, I have to get buy-ins. The Maharaja looks like he will accept. Alright, actually that's all good then. Everything's in order. Basically, we currently have the advisory body. It's really technically up to the king, or the Maharaja, because we are an absolute state. The legislature is an advisory body. We have an autocracy. The executive structure is a unified executive, and it's a monarchy. In short, the king is the absolute monarch here. So that's fine. As a general result, as long as the advisors are on board, we're fine. Sometimes the king will, if the king likes something but the advisors don't, we can force that through as well, and that's fine. The modernization debate. Alright. Westernize or not, the Khalsa Raj will modernize. Yes. The dialectic is too weak for now. Unlocks the invite foreign experts repeatable law. Yeah, we do have repeatable laws. Nope. Nope. Invite foreign experts. It doesn't say it has an effect yet, but that'll probably change in time. Alright. We are going to try and also take power away from the Maharaja, but that's going to be dicey. Alright, example of modernity. The National Liberals join the Sikh British Fellowship. Okay. I don't think we have the national liberal ideology yet, but sure. Nice that they're getting involved in politics, you know? Okay. First month's just a little rough. The British response to the opium ban. Good. Alright. So, real quick, I'm going to make a push into here. Portugal might join. That would be hilarious, but not really a threat. The Portuguese don't really stand too much of a chance, to be blunt. If they choose to fight. But yeah, we need to get access to the coast and the world market. No goody Jamu. Jesus, -9 for that. So can I just shift my interest to South China now? Yeah. Just in case. Who knows when they're actually going to start their little opium expedition. But I want to make sure I can side with the British. Like I said, we want to be friends. Alright. I just want to check in on things here. Yeah, unfortunately the Zaminders don't like it, but also I can't bribe them in any feasible way to do that. So I'm just going to appoint somebody to the cabinet at this point. I think what I'm going to do is the Zaminders, the aristocratic interests, because I do want 3% more investment pool contribution efficiency from our aristocrats right now. That will do. That'll do, pig. Investigate industry. This action is not on a year-long cooldown. Fair enough. The social influence improves the sanction's effect. Fair enough. Promote new customs. Update the army. Army reserves. Oh. I have a feeling... Yeah, coal gasification spreading. So the reason that this doesn't have a gain thing is because currently the tech that's spreading to us isn't a vanilla tech, and so it doesn't actually know what to do with that. So that's unfortunate. But, yeah. Run new customs, then. Okay, the French is a fucking problem. What does France want? Dude, just, honestly, if you want to humiliate me, yeah, that's fine. Humiliate me harder, Daddy France. Fuck it. All in. It should hopefully take France a little while to actually get here. And in that time, I'm hoping we can win. Come on, come on. Yeah, they still have 80 days. Alright. We've got to fight. Oof. Luckily, we have a decent army here. Yeah, they also only have ring 27, so we might be okay. Okay. What I'm going to do is have you all station here. In the event that the French should continue their offensive and desire to land, we'll need to hold them off long enough for Sin to surrender. Yeah, that's about expected. Alright, unitaries passed the first stage. It's not really a shocker. As a general rule, there's a lot less sort of back and forth. More than a wedding. Why, yes. Welcome the foreign delegates. Alright, we got 19th century medicine. We're poor as balls. And we're having a farming boom. Huzzah, huzzah, huzzah. Yeah. -11. Alright. Yeah, there they are. All armies defend. Alright, we actually have a plus 20. Kabul attacks. Strength and strength. No, we're fine. I think, right? Let me just check our politics real quick here. Make sure the Zamindars... Ooh, the Zamindars are getting strong. Let's give our Khalsa Raj a bit of a bump to try and, like, hold it together here for longer. Yeah, seek British fellowship. Alright, they've actually bailed. Huge. Alright, so Sind has in fact surrendered. Not bad. Of course, this is just causing the French to roll back around. Lord knows that I won't be able to make it to the shore this time. And they'll just land. Alright. Hold them back, boys. Alright. I mean, honestly, I'm half tempted to just accept humiliation. Like, I gain nothing from, like, my prestige functionally right now. I have pre-modern diplomacy already minus 25, but who gives a crap? You know? What do I get for actually defeating the French here? Literally nothing. I accept humiliation. I care not. Alright. And there we go. That's a little bit of a bump. The East India Company will do that. Begin improving relations with Jammu as well. So, we might be able to draft a treaty with you. I doubt it. I'm just going to try and outlast the East India Company. With the economics mod, as we'll get to see when I actually start getting to participate in some of the things, it's going to be tough. Oh god, you don't even have a port. Okay, well, start building a port, I guess. Start building a port. Someday I dream of having an economy. So yeah, central bank. We need to research central banking, and yeah. That'll be fine. Alright. Yeah, it'll be a while before we actually get central banking. It's tier 2, as is financial center, where we can start having a stock market. There's a lot to do. Alright. Fruit, eh? Yeah, I wish we could do butchering tools. I don't know, let's try doing butchering tools. Although, does our population have a taboo against meat? No. I was unsure of that. Cindy, liquor and wine. You guys have taboo against meat. Alright, Unitary has progressed to the final stage. The final stage is a guaranteed yes or no. There is no advance debate. It's 100% success or 100% stall, depending on the vote. The vote is currently 58.9% yes, 41% no. And presumably one guy abstaining. And that's fine. Alright. So, I need to probably make some moves up here. Okay, it looks like the EIC came in. involved. That's what I like to see. 30 irregulars. Here's the thing. I'm thinking at this point. Also, there still has not been an opium war. Yes, okay. Good. I'm thinking... Yeah. Like, the line infantry are expensive. A lot of things here are expensive. You know, minus 6,000. How much do I spend on the military wages alone? God damn. Yeah, goods for military buildings. 2.23k on small arms. Like, yeah, sure, I like it line infantry as much as the next guy, but, oh boy. It can be tough. Comparatively, I can put it on the Cuirassiers, because I think they require... I don't know where I can see their upkeep. Thought I could on that, but no. Alright. So that's going to make it slightly trickier here. 3 cannons, 43, yeah. Yeah. Alright. You know what? Let's disband this army. I am going to get rid of a large amount of my irregular infantry. Okay. 16, 3, and 10 is, I don't know, legally enough. We'll leave the king behind. He actually will die shortly, so... Yeah, there might be a demobilization cooldown. Or something. It seems to be something to do with the generals. Okay. So yeah, 24 and... Alright, so we got 15 and 11. Alright, so we can get rid of all the irregular infantry without any issues. I assume these are just going to be 5 irregulars. Ooh, shit, 5 lines, eh? Well, we're technically running positive balance right now, so I'll keep what we've got. Keep what I've got. Relative prestige, yeah. We don't need a super large army. Just gotta keep befriending the British. You are domineering towards us, but that's okay. God, raising troops is expensive. Okay, upgrade all the, or the 1 dragoon we have to a cuirassier. I'm kind of half tempted to reduce to just those 16 line infantry and just have the 32 army, you know? And call that it. It's modern, so, well, modern-ish. In comparison to many of the people I'll be fighting that aren't the EIC, it's modern. Alright. Yeah, so we can move in on Chitterol next. Or Texas. Oop, I clicked on send. That is unfortunately just a bit of a bug right now in 1.9.6, which did just freshly release. That's actually not a problem with all the mods. Every now and again, you just click on a state, and it decides to crash. Sometimes it crashes when you click on the population tab. I'm not the only one who experiences this, so I know it's not me. It's just weird. It just seems to happen sometimes, even in vanilla. But that's alright. We can quickly reboot, thankfully. Victoria 3 doesn't take too long to boot up. I don't even have to put in a cut here, because I managed to put enough words in that I can just talk my way through this restart. Because I'm a professional YouTuber. Basically managing to talk and fill silence without saying anything of substance. Maybe I should get into politics. Enough of that. 2 arms. So. Yeah, we get like another 1.85. Jesus Christ, why are you falling? Is it you devastated still? Yes, and the turmoil. Yeah. It should be fine. Alright. And so that's Chitral annexed. Start incorporating that. Bashtunistan, we have pre-incorporated, so that'll be nice. Ah, the EIC is looking to fight Oman. Look. There's not a goddamn chance I'm getting involved on the side of Oman. But, you know, I agree. Oman needs to be brought up to heel. Omani Baluchistan. Yeah, fair enough. Secondary demand on protector. Khalsa petition the government. Ooh. Okay. That's fair. Let me look into some other things, because we did successfully... Oh god, we haven't yet to pass. Oh, Unitary is about to pass. Okay. So they want me to change the executive structure. They want a prime minister. Which is fine. And probably very good, in fact. Support the legislature. Maharaja appointed, in theory, is good, as long as the Maharaja and my interests happen to line up. Which, well, you know. That's gonna be tough. Alright. I'll hold until we... And a good law shall be. Alright. We now have Unitary. Giving us the Regional Administration Cabinet. All of these kind of just have the same thing. Bureaucratic interests. Current cabinet 89. 87 will do you. I kind of want to try and bring the synergy down a little bit, because I need to fight this political rigidity. Political rigidity is going to basically start hurting me. Above 66%, it reduces enactment success chance and speed. In fact, at 100 political rigidity, what we are currently trending towards, we will have minus 20 success chance to pass any law. Which just makes it take longer, effectively. Yes, we need to invent law enforcement to have censorship. Noted. I'll look into that. Okay. Okay. And that'll be good. Maybe they'll slow down urban planning. You know what? I will accept. I will accept. Let's deunify the executive. The Maharaja's on board right now. With that, we have a very forward-looking one, at least until he's dead. So. Update the army. Yeah, we just gotta keep promoting new customs. Alright, the Conservatives are currently winning, which is kind of concerning. And unfortunately, I need to reload, because Oman backed down way sooner than I was expecting. To be fair, I was distracted. So let me do that again. First off, I need to see if I can make a treaty with the EIC. This... life of somebody with ADHD. I can't focus on all this crap. So yes, we're unconditionally. Which makes the EIC conciliatory towards me. They like me. Material supply. Okay. Defensive pact is unfortunately negative 247. Unrecognized Indian Army power projection compared to ours. I might be able to do something about that. No, I can only recruit 23. Unfortunately, they cannot guarantee our independence. Power block embassy. Can I get a guarantee from you? Not even friggin' close, because you're still domineering towards us. Okay. So, the answer is no, I can't. That's fine, though. A mining accident. Yeah. The urban workers, I don't even think exist yet. They're the 7th interest group. Okay, that's fine. Yeah. Alright, so we now have unitary. I will just, like I say, appoint you, because you're the weakest. I can enforce military discipline, theoretically. It apparently has no effect currently. How curious. Those are repeatable laws, which usually have effects. It may not actually be able to show me the effects due to an overhaul or, like, an issue with the mod, though. I could try and modernize my diplomacy, but I don't actually want to do that right now. And eventually I'll explain why, but I'll be on pre-modern diplomacy for a while. Basically, these laws will change themselves depending on who I actually appoint to the cabinet position for our diplomacy. And they kind of are all over the place in terms of whether or not I can actually, you know, like justum bellum and like basically all 4 of these, I can't use aggressive diplomacy plays, which I don't necessarily want. And jingoism and ultramilitarism give me increased, or no, just jingoism gives me increased infamy generation. And ultramilitarism, I can't even have that until political agitation. And yeah. So we'll stay away from that for the time being. It doesn't hurt me very much. Most of my goal just needs to be finding ways to decrease my overall political rigidity. Currently, I have a target of 120. Which isn't great. Well, only 114 thanks to the radicals. But yeah, so I'm looking at places I can make press towards. So things like traditional ostracism is a good starting point, as well as getting off of traditional economics if possible. The vast majority do not care, which means something like this could be done if I can get 20% of the clout to support it. Easier said than done. Bam. So model back down. This is, of course, going to be an incredibly late fucking Opium War. Whenever I play as Japan and would love for the Opium War to happen late, it is always started before the end of 36. Yeah. We're still trying to build a port, and I don't think we have a paper mill. Even if I were to build a paper mill. Like, it produces 40 paper. I would need 2 paper mills. Minimum. And realistically, I should probably put them here. Oh yeah, there's no wood there, so I don't think it matters. Alright. Either way, I get to work. Unfortunately, it's just going to take forever to keep building this port in Sind. Yeah. We have moderate turmoil. It's an unincorporated state. But turmoil should hopefully calm down over time. In the meantime, I kind of wonder if I can just maybe import. No. Oh, no, that's for the national stockpile. Sorry, I want goods transfer. Yeah, I guess I need to demand paper first. So let's start with that. Let's start by demanding some paper. Wow, that's an incredible amount of excess bureaucracy. Mentally, I think the smart thing to do at this point would literally just be to, like, scale this down. Yeah, you know what? Start on these paper mills, I guess. So now can I do a goods transfer of paper? No. How about now? No, paper just isn't on there. Ooh, France is protective. I might be able to eke out a guarantee of independence. Unfortunately, you don't have a power block yet. Own obligation. And perhaps, if I'm real lucky, I guess I can't actually do goods transfer with you. Cooperative Persia. Unfortunately, there's not likely any good chance that they're going to have. Alright, yeah, just try and build as quick as we can. We have excess bureaucracy. We got a good chance to build some paper in Punjab, and that should help. Now, I don't want to take on debt, if I can avoid it, of course. So start slashing some government wages. Decree, promote social mobility, promote road maintenance here. Should have done that a while ago. Agriculture sector. There. Every little bit helps, right? Okay. Come on, your standard of living can climb now. Yeah. Because I do not want to increase taxes right now. There's the possibility of consumption taxes. But, like, they can't seem to help. Yeah. So the only real option is I have to keep scaling back things. Either outrightly my bureaucracy, which I can't really anymore. Yeah. Or is it this little thing I have to mouse over? Yeah, 52. Target penalty of 52%. Oof. Well, luckily, it's only 15 more weeks until we have a paper mill. Alright. Just gotta keep developing the nation. Slow and steady wins the race. We'll just have to hold on until then, I think. Local police. I don't think I actually want that right now. Yeah, the last thing I need is, unfortunately, more bureaucracy cost. But let's try. Because if we can get our regional administration up, we get tons of authority, reduced enactment time, better MAPI, more taxation capacity. Like it is, yeah. Ranjit Singh dies. Excuse me, did Britain expel our diplomats? Well, I wasn't looking. That could be a problem if they did. What the fuck, Britain? Really? And once again, mind you, they still have not done the Opium War. Because they haven't actually officially banned opium yet. Alright. So yeah, China's screwing me. Yeah, unfortunately, we're going to need to find a friend. The French are our best bet. No tariff. Perfect trade with the world market. Like, what actually caused them to want something? You know? It's a good question. don't think the AI ever actually wants half this stuff. The government likes this law. Yeah, they do not want anything from me, which is rough. So hopefully we can improve our relations with them before the EIC comes at gunning for us, you know? Collat is an economic instability. Uh-huh. Sort of rebellion. By 10. Suppresses criticism. We can get rid of the British general. Canvas of idea. Yeah, well, let's see what we can do. Amnesty for dissidents. They deserve a reward. Sure, we can just kind of invite them back. Okay. I've got a plan. And I don't know, road maintenance, take that off. Listen efforts 5. Let's see if we can't artificially inflate our power just a little bit. I mean, +6. I get a 30% chance. Yeah, I'm not too shocked. But then. Yeah, screw the Anti-Bully League. It's worth a shot. Alas, not quite. Alright. Social mobility. Oh god. Honestly, I mean, road maintenance, maybe not. This really helps our people not starve in this sort of early part of the game. Alright, 10% more mappy. Good. It does help. Oh, what the fuck? I cancel. God damn it. The Mew proposal declined, yep. Yeah, they need a minimum of +16. Alright. Eventually we'll get things like a port, which will help. What are we doing? 1,300 in interest. I don't like it. Not a whole lot I can do right now, though. Humiliate Persia, decline. Conquer Bendarlang. No. We're good. I don't want to get involved in anything right now. I'm gonna be diplomatically paralyzed, I think. Until I can make a friend with a great power. Which, it happens. I had kind of hoped that if they were protective it would be good enough, but no. Alas not. Turmoil's just not going down here, unfortunately. Although the paper mills are doing quite well. Keep going. We'll probably just want another paper mill, honestly. I might as well. Alright. I might be able to relax how much bureaucracy I actually need. We'll see. It says 45 per level, but I don't think that's actually the case. We'll see. We will see. Alright. Political rigidity is approaching 100, so passing anything else is gonna be difficult. This will be like my last chance if I want to make a play for land and voting. Unfortunately, wow, the Zamindars hate that. The Zamindars kind of hate oligarchy. In that case, let's just stay on it. I need to get onto one of the votings, ideally, in order to perform separation of powers. Yeah, we'll stay on what we've got right now. Alright. Yeah. It's no longer ultra crippling, which is good. Alright, so in theory, once this hits 2, I only need another 90. Wow, what the fuck? Oh yeah, I guess all of the penalty went away. Okay, get back to building the port. We don't need more paper mills right now. I will leave it at that for now. That gets us a positive income. And every time we get up this regional administration, we should do a little bit better. As you know, we get slightly more tax capacity. Ironically enough, our bureaucracy will jump a little bit because of our, our minister here. Every level gets -1% bureaucracy population cost multiplier, which should be pretty good. Even the 1% at this level is actually not too bad because we do have a lot of already large negatives like traditionalism. God. Alright. Good news is we're getting currency standards. Oh yeah, that gets another +1 to our max regional administration. Nice. So we can get to level 5 here. Perfect. That will help. Yeah. Not too shabby. Not too shabby at all. And then we can actually get up to level 6 here, shockingly. Alright. That's not too bad. That will be good. Although that's still a ways away. Yeah, then we get urban planning. And then law enforcement, I guess. God, it feels bad not going into production, but I know what must be done, you know? The paper mills are no longer obscenely profitable. Alright. Theoretically, we could have a currency now. Unfortunately, I don't think we can actually get a currency until we have the central bank institution. So we need to get to Tier 2 society for that to take shape. God damn, it's actually getting worse. Minus, or well, I guess no, it was, yeah, it was -2 before, I think. The good news is, in 20 weeks, I have a port. Which, if we're lucky, might just be good enough. Probably not, but hey. Yeah, we don't have enough cannons. Great. Yeah, let's clean up any of the remaining irregulars I've got for sure. Yeah. But yeah, we're just gonna have to get this complete. Minus 48% construction efficiency in Sind as I slowly try and incorporate this place. But hey, that's alright. Alright. 117 bureaucracy. Really, I blew up one too many buildings. And nowhere else has any bureaucracy, does it? Oh, we got 5 here. They're already on filing cabinets, shockingly enough. Well, we'll see. I have a feeling that once we reach the 3rd level, it'll actually open up. As we get a little bit of a bureaucracy bump at each level. From the bureaucracy cost population multiplier. So, that's fine. But yeah, with regional administration improving slowly, our mappy is getting there. And oh boy, is that going to help a lot. You know, we're already up to 65. Like 70, 75, 80. And then, hey, if I can get off of traditionalism, 95. That ain't bad. Yeah. Get regional administration to 3. And now, almost seems like it actually tracks that and preempted me. Very well. In that case, I shall construct an additional government admin building. That was my bad. Deleted one too many. Nobody's perfect. Okay. You're a little more relaxed now. That's good. Since it's been a little while, I'm wondering if I should maybe make another play for the 30%. I think I wait for this to be 20. That gives me sort of the best chance. Alright. Holy shit. Is our port done? Our port is done. Everyone, I am pleased to announce we are on the world market. At least in theory. I think we need an actual trade center first, but who's counting? You know? What do these even cost these days? 8 weeks? That's not too bad. Alright. Let's start heading towards level 5. Alright. But yeah, the extra taxation capacity is very helpful. Alright. We already have things like appointed bureaucrats, too. And given how populous our states are, we will need as much taxation capacity as possible. You know? We can actually almost fully tax this place, even. That's, well, we can tax half of it, which, for this region, is really good. I expect to see, you know, something like negative 90 or 80-ish. But yeah. So that is our first trade center. Apparently to import bonds. Alright. Sure, let's just buy debt from other countries. That seems like a solid use of our money. Alright. So court intrigue has been good. Kharak Singh is actually doing remarkably well. Reckless, I thought, usually dragged that up, but yeah. The Khalsa are powerful and our legislative ability is good. We may just keep the empire stable yet. Alright. Well, that's good. Really don't need the hardwood is the trick. So we'll do that. That gives us, in paper, a hardwood shortage. You guys are on sawmills, okay. So in actuality, we just need another tooling workshop then. There. Yeah, let's get some more tools. Gotta keep developing. We actually have excess money, which makes me question if I can get some more construction sectors. Alright. Like, Pashtunistan is actually what I'd like to conquer. Persia may back them, which means I don't necessarily want to get involved in that kerfuffle. They do have a border, after all. Persia's cooperative. It makes me wonder why they're willing to back Kabul. They don't have a alliance or anything. Yeah, just genial, ideological similarities, sympathies. Regional administration to 4, good. Alright. Another 5% mappy. Every little bit helps. Like, our standard of living's already up to, like, an 11.17, which I guess it's been at for a while. I was figuring the mappy was helping with that, but it's not. Still. It's always tough starting with Khalsa Raj because you're always in sort of this precarious position where at any point in time... Okay, so now, hypothetically, things like goods transfer is open, right? Hey. I'm looking to potentially buy artillery off you. No. Say I can do goods transfer to you, right? He would only want to buy my tools. Which, or my wood. We, need to have a supply network strength. Which I'm assuming our supply network strength is literally 0 right now. Yeah, we may need some actual merchant marines. There we go. Okay, now we can perform goods transfer to the French. Yeah. How much are you willing to buy? Right. I'll pay whatever it takes, you know? I'm here to make a deal. I don't need silver yet. I really don't want to buy anything from you if I can avoid it. Like, because that's just going to be a problem for my own internal stuff, right? I mean, this gives me a good early sink for some extra wood. I mean, I was just hoping that you'd be, you know, willing to do shit now that you're cordial, but you just still aren't. Although we should be able to get some more people out of Sind now, since Recently Conquered has been decaying for 5 years, and we've been incorporating pretty aggressively. Alright. We'll wait another couple months and see. I at least know I can probably get a treaty if I get desperate, like if the British attack me. But in the meantime, I think I just need to increase my construction sectors. Academia, huzzah. Yeah, like, construction goods are dirt cheap right now. So we'll get some more construction sectors. I'd like to get onto iron construction, but traditionally I recognize that's functionally impossible before the advent of the atmospheric engine. Alright. I think it's good for a first episode, though. we're getting the headache sorted out slowly. You know? Like, we made it to the sea. We've fixed a lot of our economy problems. Who knows, maybe I'll even be able to expand the military soon. Yeah. You're actually kind of falling back in, and maybe even someday I'll be able to annex you without the EIC coming to come get me, you know? Wouldn't that be nice? But I know if I basically sneeze, the EIC is going to attack me. They are here for murder. The good news is, I don't know, only one thing really has to go wrong for Britain and the EIC is likely to fall apart. It happens with some frequency in this patch. And should happen likely even more so with the slew of mods we have installed. You know? Britain having 5.5 gold on its pound sterling. Can't even read that. The ruble's worth 20 silver. The yuan, 26 silver. What the conversion rate is for that gold? Good question. Yeah, there's a whole lot of we can't touch anything in this screen until we've actually unlocked the technology to interact with the system. But for now, honestly, not bad. We are actually doing pretty well, and I'm happy with it. Alright. With that in mind, though, thank you everyone for watching. I've been your host, Kelvin, and I'll be seeing you guys next time. Take care, folks. Have a good night.